This is part 2 of the video called Little Jack Approaches the Inmost Cave. Little Jack exploded. Yeah, I heard a whole bunch of kids tell those kind of stories. For example, some guys only went out with a girl to get a bit more popular, or just to have a date to a dance, or to get another girl to leave 'em alone. They didn't care that the girl might feel hurt, knowing they weren't planning to stick around beyond 1 or 2 dates. And then there were some girls who pretended to like these guys just so they had someone to talk with and sit with, or just so they could brag that they were dating a guy on a football team. And my cousin said all of her friends were going to the movies, so she found a guy who really liked her, but she didn't like. She went to the movies with him just so she wouldn't be the only girl sitting alone at the theater. Don't those girls care that they may be hurting those guys' feelings? The Ancient One said, "That is an excellent question. It certainly sounds like you have talked with a lot of people." Little Jack said, "Yeah, I guess I have. I heard some pretty bad stuff, too." The Ancient One asked, "Like what?" Little Jack said, "Well, some guys said that they just went out with certain girls on a bet, or just so they could get a kiss. And a friend of my cousin's went out with a guy on a bet. They went shopping together and everything. He thought she really liked him, but she actually liked his best friend. By going out with that guy on a bet, it made the best friend jealous and mad. She hooked up with the best friend after that. She didn't seem to care that she might have really hurt the other guy. I certainly don't want some girl to play me that way." The Ancient One said, "I agree. It sounds like many of these young people know how to play the actor role, and don't know how to show true love or caring." Little Jack said, "Well, some of them do, Ancient One. I heard a few good things, too." The Ancient One asked, "Like what, Jack?" Little Jack said, "Well, my cousin met a guy last summer who she really liked. His family invited her to go to Dollywood and other places like that. She said at Dollywood they held hands and laughed and had a great time." The Ancient One said, "That sounds pleasant. Anything else?" Little Jack said, "Well, this one guy said he went to his girlfriend's house with flowers and they watched movies. It wasn't even a special occasion. He just wanted to make her happy." Another guy wrote notes to his girlfriend, just telling her how he felt about her. Seeing that Little Jack was all out of stories, the Ancient One asked, "So, what conclusions have you come to?" Little Jack said, "Well, I want to be a good boyfriend and treat the girl right. But I also want to know that she isn't just pretending to like me just so she can get flowers or other stuff from me. I want her to treat me right, too." The Ancient One said, "So in other words, Jack, you don't want to be an actor who fakes love, but be a person who shows true love." Little Jack sputtered, "Well, I'm not ready for love yet. I just want to show true like." "Fair enough," the Ancient One said with a smile. Little Jack said, "As for the girl, how will I know whether she is fake liking me or really liking me?" The Ancient One said, "In that, you will need to trust your gut. If being with her makes you feel anxious or stressed, perhaps you should watch her actions very closely. But if you feel calm or peaceful or happy around her, then most likely she is to be trusted as one who knows how to show true love, like or caring. Little Jack said, "That makes sense, Ancient One." The Ancient One asked, "So, what do you plan to do, Jack?" Little Jack said, "I plan to accept that call to adventure and ask Kelly to go to the Valentine's Day dance. If she says yes, I'll probably buy her a red carnation, too." The Ancient One said, "Sounds like a good plan, Jack. Have a great new adventure." Little Jack said, "Thanks, Ancient One. I really appreciate your advice." Chapter 3. Little Jack Asks Kelly Out on a Date. On Monday, Little Jack got Timothy to introduce him to Kelly. That night, he called her up and invited her to the dance. Happily, Kelly said yes. "Jack, I would love to go to the Valentine's Day dance with you. Thank you for asking." Little Jack was indeed launched on a fun new adventure, an adventure that would change, transform, and continue for many years of his life. Thanks for listening to the story called Little Jack Approaches the Inmost Cave by Debbie Dunn.